Hey folks, welcome back to Real Estate Investing Unmasked. Today we're going to talk about the 5 websites I use to get newsletters about news and information about real estate investing and staying up on the trends of the day. I'm going to share them with you right now. Alright, so one of the things that you need as a real estate investor is you need to have information. You can't just go out there and buy any property. You can go out there and buy any property not understanding anything at all about real estate. But I tell you what, when all those people back in 2006, 2007 were buying up property left and right because they thought the market would never end, they got crushed. And one of the things that kept me from getting crushed in the real estate market bust of 2008 was paying attention to newsletters and advice, and at the time reading newspapers about what was happening, what were the real estate investing trends of the day. And learning that information, I was able to better see what was going to happen in the future. And that has prepared me more than anything else, is information. So let me share with you right now the number one site that I use for a newsletter. And I didn't contact any of these people before I'm putting them on here, so I'm kind of putting them on the spot. But this is a good thing, so I'm sure they're okay with it. The number one website that I recommend you going to and being part of their newsletter is the nationalrealestatepost.com. Now, the reason why I recommend this website and their newsletter is because they talk about lending almost every day or every couple of days. They'll send out a video that talks about lending or helping real estate agents build their business. Because they're trying to help real estate agents build their business, or mortgage brokers and mortgage lenders build their businesses and tell them what's going on in the lending industry, it of course spills over to something that myself as a real estate investor, I need to know. They've talked about a real estate boom, they talk about real estate bust, they talk about what the lending requirements are, what they're changing, what the IRS tax consequences are of the bills that have passed by the United States government. So the National Real Estate Post is a great place to get up-to-date information. And now I fast forward through a lot of their ads at the very beginning. Almost every one of their videos has a good 20-30 seconds where they're trying to help a real estate agent boost their listings. That's not my scene, so I skip over that. But I hunger and I thirst after the information they give, because even when they're playing around, they do give information from the National Association of Realtors or whoever it may be that is affecting the way that real estate investing is done. So it is a great way to get a newsletter and get some videos and be entertained at the same time. Frank and Brian are great. So I suggest you go over there and sign up for the newsletter, if not for anything, but to learn about the lending industry and how that will affect you as a real estate investor. So that's website number one. Website number two, this may be something you've never heard of before, but I have hosted on the program on a real estate program on the weekends, where I know a person who owns a mortgage business. So I have been on his radio program talking about mortgages. I've talked about proper real estate investing, property, and the like. And the website is yourrealestatelife.com. Now, the main guy on yourrealestatelife.com does not create a newsletter himself. However, when you sign up for the newsletter through his website, you'll get a newsletter that is created by another organization that focuses completely on the lending and real estate industries. Now, during the holidays, of course, you're going to get in that newsletter, he might have some recipe of some cranberry juice or some dip or something like that that has absolutely nothing to do with real estate. But those are few and far in between. Most of the time, it's talking about what the Fed has said. It talks about unemployment, and it talks about all the different economic factors that you really need to know about if you're going to be a real estate investor. Now, this one, he is local to California, but the information is nationwide. So even if you don't live in California, it's a really good bit of information, his newsletter, to listen to read, and to gather that information to help you be a better real estate investor. So that's number two, yourrealestatelife.com. Number three, the third website I suggest you go get a newsletter from is a hard money lender's website. Now, this hard money lender is mainly in Southern California, but I've also seen, I believe they also do loans in Florida and a bunch of other main states. They might even do New York, I don't even know. But I know they're in Southern California. And the name of this group is the norrisgroup.com. Now the Norris Group, they are really good about putting on seminars. They charge money for these seminars. I've never been to one because I don't feel like I need to go and learn whatever they're putting out that way. But they have enough information to give out in their newsletters or being on their mailing list that you really don't have to go to their seminars. Between the other websites that I've given you, plus their website, you can kind of see the trend on hard money lending, on what they're looking for or not looking for, what they're lending and not lending. Right now, the last thing I saw, I think it was 11.4% interest for a fix and flip. Several months ago, it was 9.99% for a fix and flip with a reduction in points and fees. So getting on their mailing list gets you their newsletter they put out, gets you information that they have, and it's a great hard money lender to have in your back pocket just in case you need them. So that is the norrisgroup.com. Website number 4 probably comes to no surprise to anybody that it's on the list. For me, it's Realtor.com. Realtor.com is on the list because Realtor.com has a very good job of sending out emails, not just of properties that you may be interested in that are on the MLS. Most of those properties I don't look at except for a couple of them. And I look at a couple of them because you can make it so they send you the fix and flips, the ones that are really nasty and dirty, that get sent to you. At least that's kind of what they send to me because that's what I always look at. So Realtor.com will send you listings, but more importantly than that, they will send their trends. They will talk about the trends of 2019 that are coming up. They'll talk about the home builder trends or the development trends. They will talk about whether people are going to apartments or they're going to housing, they're going to renting or they're going to buying. All of that is very important information. If everybody's going to buy a property, it's really good to be in the fixing and flipping business. If everybody's going into renting, it's really good to go in the fix and hold business because then you can go and rent it out to the people. So it's good to understand where we are in our real estate trends, and Realtor.com does a really good job of doing that. They are a behemoth in the real estate industry, so having them in your back pocket for the real estate investing just makes sense. So that was number 4. For the last one, number 5, that I subscribe to is Marcus and Millet App. You may have never heard of them, but I can tell you Marcus and Millet App is a highbrow, high-level newsletter that you'll get. It will talk about the trends in commercial real estate. You'll talk about the trends in industrial real estate. You'll talk about the trends in apartments and housing and everything under the sun as far as real estate goes. It has trends. It has predictions for the future. It has a lot. It is a wealth of information. And it's not always on the newsletter itself, but they have it on their website. They have a lot of information there. Now, none of these have required me to pay a fee to be on their newsletter or give them my information for them to send me information. And I can tell you, Marcus and Millet App is wonderful for doing your research. You can get thick in the weeds, so you got to be careful. But if you want to see what the trends are in, say, apartment housing versus homes, the residential housing, it is a great place to go. So all these places are wonderful. I highly recommend you go and signing up for these. If you have never invested in real estate, you need to go get these newsletters now. If you have invested in real estate a long time, you probably already know about Marcus and Millet App. You probably know about Realtor.com. The others you may not know about, but I highly recommend them. You'll learn about the lending business, you'll learn about the real estate investing business, and you'll learn about the news and trends and how politics and real estate really come together, because that's where wealth is made. So hopefully this has been a help to you. If there's something that you know of, a newsletter that you know of, this is not considered spam. Let's say that you have a newsletter and you just happen to be watching my video today, that's fine. Go ahead and put a link down below for your newsletter. And if you know of another website or a newsletter that you use to keep yourself up on the trends of today, please put it down below so I can take a look at it. I love learning about real estate investing. So if you have something, please put it down below. If you have a question about anything real estate investing related, also put it down below. And if you like it, of course, like it. Guys, I am going to be showing you my rehab in the next few months. I've been working on a property. I'll be selling it soon. Hopefully I'll have it up for sale in probably around April to get the best buck for it. And so I'd say subscribe now so you can see that when that comes out. Thank you very much, and until next time.